Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality, Realness, and Entertainment in Color. I'm your host here, Chantel Francis, with my co-host Tamika Francis, here to break down Love Island UK Season 8, Episode 11. How are you doing, Tamika, and what are your overall thoughts of this episode?
Um, I'm okay. The episode, I don't know. I feel like there's a little. I'd hate to use the word gaslighting, but there's a couple of people on this show trying to make people think that what they think in their head is not correct, but I feel like it actually is correct.
I think I know what you're talking about and what you mean, and I think that I agree. I definitely was frustrated at some points in this episode. I do think it was a successful episode. There was a few moments where I was very much engaged and even smiling and like kind of excited by what was going on. So I am definitely enjoying this episode. Hi, Jess. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So we're talking about this most recent episode 11. And it starts off with wanting Ekin-su wanting Davide to show her that he's interested. And this becomes kind of the theme, I would say, for the episode. For the fact that they're on the show to find a love connection. Ekin-su, yes, she's very forward and she goes after what she wants. But after she goes after what she wants, she would like people to kind of let her know that they're actually interested in her. And I don't think what she's been asking for has been too much, but it's been a lot for Davide, it seems, to make a cup of coffee or have a chat with her or say that he's interested in getting to know her more. Like, he completely, in my opinion, hasn't done anything to warrant somebody wanting to be in a relationship with him or start something or not be looking elsewhere. So that's how the beginning of the episode started. Jessica is on your side here, feels you. Hi, Sam. So I don't know why everybody's so mad at Ekin-su. She's giving entertainment. What else do you want? I love Ekin-su. Like, I know that Davide's family, I don't know if you saw this, but they're all coming for Ekin-su, saying that she's not being a great person and that, oh, hold on, I think I have the article here.
Yeah, I had read that that's what was happening.
So family of Love Island's Davide's fuming as they slam desperate actions in the villa. Davide's friends and family are fuming at Ekin-su after her actions in recent episodes. The Italian has been coupled up with the bombshell for the last number of days, but things haven't been going all too smoothly. The hunky Manchester-based fitness fanatic failed to bring her his partner a coffee on Wednesday night's episode, which left her fuming. And the entrance of the new boys saw Ekin-su begin to test the water about possibly leaving her couple. Now, on Davide's Instagram account, his team has released a lengthy statement slamming Ekin-su's behavior. They said, "How about you make your own coffee?" Over the past few days, we've had to tolerate a desperate attempt to steal the show. Like Davide said, something's not quite right. And we really hope he figures out what's really going on and takes action. He's got a big heart and deserves someone genuine, someone on the same page with an I in it. I'd rather be in bed with you. If you want to be treated like a lady, act like one first. Oh, jeez. I think that's the article. Oh, wait, no, there's a little more. On behalf of Davide, thank you for all your support. It means so much to him. And it looks set to get worse for Davide as Ekin-su shares a kiss with a new boy in the first look for Thursday's night's show. Love Island returns on. I'm already annoyed with his people. Like, you could still support him and be like, oh, like, unfortunately, like, it takes him a while to get to know people. And so I understand that she wants to see more action, but that's just not the way he moves. And unfortunately, it must mean that they're not a good fit. Just say something like that. You don't have to, like, knock her down and say that she's desperate because she's on a dating show for love and the guy that she's dating is not showing her any affection or attention.
He must be desperate because he made sure to make her breakfast this morning.
True. Very true. So Jess also says that, yes, I love Ekin-su too. Jess, does anybody know what her birthday is? I'm curious what her sign is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy because if a girl bombshell came in that Davide liked, he'd have done the same thing. Absolutely. Look how quick he jumped from Gemma to Ekin-su overnight.
Right. He literally did the same thing.
It's that whole pot calling the kettle black. So now we get Gemma's storyline. So what's going to be happening now is Luca's going to be too clingy for Gemma because Gemma apparently preferred Luca when he didn't give a shit. How'd you feel? Were you annoyed?
Um, I'm sorry. Repeat.
Oh, I'm just saying that Luca, that she preferred Luca when Luca didn't give a shit.
Who,
Gemma,
Gemma?
Gemma, Gemma,
Gemma.
Gemma.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said somebody else's name. Um, I think Gemma just wants the adoration. She's not getting anything. The new guys don't care to give her anything, and Luca is jealous, but I don't think she likes Luca, so his
I think,
jealousy
she,
means nothing.
yeah, I think she only likes Luca when it looks like he's fighting for her, right?
Right.
Or when he's not giving her any attention so that he just like he leaves her alone and she could like go and do what she wants and then he can get jealous. So they're getting ready for the night. Jay toasts everybody. We see Ekin-su and Davide having a bit of a conversation, and like he wants to see. Wait, I don't know who is who. I think I need to see if you like me a little bit. Yeah, Ekin-su is not really seeing anything. And then Davide is saying, like, well, I don't know if you like me either. Do you like me? Like, and she's like, well, you're not showing me that you like me at all. And he's saying, like, I'm still not 100%. And so it's kind of like you're saying that you're not giving 100%. You're not sure whether or not you want to open up to her because, like, you're not sure, like, how things are going to go forward. And then you're also giving her an ultimatum being like, you have to be all in on me and I can not give you anything back. Like, what show does he think he's on?
I absolutely have no idea.
Because Davide Island wouldn't work like this.
No, at all. They're saying Akinsu's birthday is August 21st, 1994. Lord, 1994. Jesus Christ.
So I guess that she's a Leo. She's definitely a Leo personality for sure.
Mhm.
I can see her being a Leo, and Davide's probably something emotional. He's probably like a Pisces or something, or
Mhm.
like a Scorpio or something emotional. Yes, Dan, I do love how it's only episode 11 and there is drama. There is drama. Looks like next episode, tomorrow's episode, is going to be even more drama, which I think will be interesting. So, how's the season so far? I'm debating on watching the show. I would say it is way better than last season. I think anything is better than season 6. But this new era, I would say it's the best of the new era, like the Laura Whitmore era. I think it's the best season so far. Do you agree, Tamika?
Um,
Oh, yes, you haven't seen 6 yet, so you don't
I
know how
still
bad
got
6
six,
is.
7, 8 now.
Oh, so
So
6, 7, and 8 are the ones with Laura Whitmore. I would say that this is the best season so far, at least at this point.
mm,
You like 6?
no, I kind of liked 6.
6 was the worst season, I think, out of all seasons, including season 1 and
Yeah,
2.
I know people hated 6,
I
but
hated
I
it.
didn't. I think it's just because I really liked Mike and Priscilla.
Oh, well, I
Um,
really didn't like Laura Whitmore, and that was coming off of having season 5 with
mhm,
Caroline Flack, who I thought was like the best. And it
mhm,
was also around the time when she passed. And so it was just like maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it. I was
mhm,
really hoping that would be great because it was a winter season, and then it was like very bad. I thought it was very
mhm.
bad. But Justin, you should watch this one. It's good. Hi, Zanita. Hey, ladies. I believe Gemma is bored because she isn't the hot topic anymore. Yep, she's going to make herself the hot topic, though. I believe. I believe. I believe. So Davide is still confident with Ekin-su, but he's not giving her anything. They haven't really come to terms with like he doesn't know if he actually likes her. He's a very bizarre individual. I'm not sure what he expects from Ekin-su, but he's definitely not going to get it because his attitude's not it for me. Definitely not it.
Me either. I'm very confused at why he came on the show. I literally think he should have just stayed home. Like,
Yeah,
he's the worst.
yeah, he's bad. It's very bad. Very bad. So we see Amber. So what did you think about this? Amber and Dami having their conversation. I think that Amber has the ick and she's trying to make problems between her and Dami, because Amber's kind of getting into an argument, and she's just saying like, "Hey, like I would like you to show me," kind of what Ekin-su's asking of Davide. Dami's asking of Amber, being like, "Hey, like I like you." I don't know if he said this at this particular, maybe it was the second one, but he was
He did kind of say it. She just didn't want to hear it. He's like she's like, I don't, like it's not just about holding hands, but what he was saying, he wanted to see more affection. He just was, placing specific ways of affection he wanted to see, which I don't feel like that there's anything wrong with that, because if I'm a woman telling you how I want to be treated and loved, you should be listening to that. So if a man is saying to me, I want you to cuddle me, I want you to kiss me, I want you to, hold my hand, how is he wrong? If you're saying
absolutely.
that you're into your relationship, all he asked her is, what did you tell the guys? And she's like, all I told them is I'm good with our relationship and that it's early days. He's like, okay, good. So I think he liked her response, but what he was saying is, I just kind of want to, it is early days, but I just kind of want to see us being more affectionate. She says later that, oh, I'm trying to move us into the next phase, and I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
I think she has the ick. I don't think she's into it. I think that she's waiting to have some like big feeling of like, I want to be with you. And I don't think that she's going to get it because of the way that they were put together. I'm still standing by. It was an initial attraction. So they're hanging on to these relationships in different ways than they would if they had chosen to
Mhm.
step forward for that person, or one
Um,
of them chose them. You know what I mean?
right. My biggest issue is, I think, like I said, I I think in the beginning, then she shouldn't have been like kissing him and all that. Like they were, I think, the first people to kiss. Like I think, then don't force it, because I think what happened was, then he's looking for their relationship to actually actively progress, because
Absolutely. If
they
you're
were
starting
like,
to kiss somebody, like, then you should be a little bit more cuddly, like getting into like, when you're sitting beside each other, you're kind of leaning into each other now. Like you're looking for them when you come out to go and like hang out and want to be around them. You go and you sit on their lap when, you know what I mean? Like you do things to want to be connected to them, wanting to be close to them, wanting to be near them. And it seems as though with that for her, she wants to be further away from him.
right,
And I really liked what he said. I thought that was very like wise, that he was like, I know that a man needs to take initiative in these sorts of things, but
right,
once I take this initiative, you also have to meet me halfway. And
right.
I thought that was great, because that's all we're ever asking. Like, guys, show up and show some initiative that you're interested, because I feel like guys are lazy nowadays. And he is showing that. And if she's not interested, she needs to be more clear about it. But I think because she wants to stay on the show, she's not being very clear.
Well, I absolutely appreciated Dammy this episode. I was worried it was going to be like more of the opposite, but I think he's genuinely trying. I think he's
He's
like,
trying for
listen,
sure.
for me, I think she's the girl that I would stay with right now. And so I want to see where it could go.
Yeah.
And I agree with him.
And then she's saying that, oh, like this, I feel like you're acting all muggy right now. I'm just like,
Yeah, it was.
she's creating
I
a
thought I
problem.
was talking about the gaslighting, and I hate to say gaslighting, but it was just like everything, every way she was saying things. I'm like, you're not looking at this correctly at all. You're not seeing your behavior in this situation at all. Because I'm not saying Dami's perfect. I thought, like I said, every guy should have stepped up, should have been stepping up this week, but I do feel like Dami was trying. He's like, what is the next level for them? And she's just like, oh well, we have to have more conversations, but that's okay. That might be what you need, but what he's saying is, I just want to hold your hand.
Yeah. So she's a Gemini. Do we know what sign Dami is?
I didn't look it up, or I didn't find it. Hold on, Dami.
So Jess says every time Amber talks about her and Dami, she says it's fine for now. Hmm.
Right,
She's waiting for something else. I don't think she's gonna
but
find something else.
I don't think so either. And my whole thing is, tell him that. Like I we've watched. It says March 21st. first on here.
Oh yeah, we looked that up before. That's true.
Yeah,
We're saying like
yeah,
if he's in April, if he's in Aries, and that they should be okay together. Yeah, I forgot.
yeah.
We did look it up.
Yeah. Uh, the whole thing is like, if then just tell him that, and we all know that you're in a friendship couple,
Yeah,
and if the people like y'all, they'll keep y'all.
yeah, yeah.
We've seen it happen before. Kaz and Aaron, they were in a friendship couple last season for like what, 1 to 2 rounds, and
Hmm.
then they, people that they wanted came in, and they, Kaz got to stay longer, but Aaron stayed for a little while too. Like, it's okay. You don't have to force it. That's what I was saying before. If you don't want to kiss him, stop with these freaking cheek, chin, knee, whatever that you keep doing.
Forehead. What a
Yeah,
kiss.
forehead. That's it.
Chin knee.
I'm like, she's having him kiss everywhere with the damn lips. I'm like, why?
Yeah, she's not into him.
No,
I agree with you, Dad. I do hope Dabby finds the one in the villa. I'm worried that he's going to be invested in trying to make it work with April, that he won't be open to other people,
Amber.
and they'll get dumped if they stay together for sure.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate because I think that he's one of the stars for sure.
Yeah, I actually have it depends on how they vote. If they vote and they like they have to keep that somebody, I don't think Dami's going home, because I think the guys and the
That's
girls
true.
genuinely like
Yeah,
him.
I do. I agree actually for that. I'm saying if it's the audience
Yeah,
dumping,
yeah. If it's like an immediate audience dumping, it's just a couple. Yeah, they might be in jeopardy. But I think if their Islanders can save somebody,
yeah, they
I
would
think
save
they would
Dabby.
absolutely save Dami. And I do believe they will feel like he has the potential to find love, and they would keep him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think that the effort that he's putting in is not something that we always see, and I appreciate the effort that he's putting in. And I'm kind of disappointed that Amber is not being the mature one here, where it's like he's doing all the things that we ask people to do when they are pursuing somebody, and what we would ask the other person is just to be honest. But you know what she would probably do in the real world? She'd probably just ghost him,
Ghosted. Mhm.
and she can't ghost him in the villa. Just
No.
tell him what's going on, please.
Yeah.
So we see Ekin-su and Luca talking, and she lets him know kind of what Gemma's thinking about the fact that he's being a bit full on, and that she liked him better in the beginning when he wasn't showing that much interest in her. And he hears this, but then in his confessional, he's like, I don't know if I'm going to take what she says to heart. And I'm like, she's telling you what Gemma is saying. Like Gemma is gonna drop you like a hot potato because she's getting the ick too, babe. She's definitely getting the ick. And I think the ick comes in the form of no attention from other guys. So we see Andrew and Tasha. I'm not feeling this couple. I don't know what it is, if I just think it's fake or what, but she thinks that Jay, the new guy, is too muscular, and but she can see something in the outside world with Andrew, and then they kiss. I feel like it's fake. Do you feel? I don't know if I'm just the only one here though.
Tasha being fake, or like their relationship
Their
being
relationship, both.
absolutely fake. Both. Like what? Like the her. I was like, what are you on? Like right now, it was, and I said yesterday, like I understood where Jay was coming from, but I said that I didn't think he should say it, and this is the reason why I didn't think he should say it, because they're trying to use it as a way to try to get the audience on their side that somebody attacked their coupledom. But she entertained him to the highest.
Whew.
And the fact that his Jay was all of a sudden like, no, 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 Andrew's really into her at more than she is into him, says a lot, because he seems to have the a pretty good jib of where the couples are.
I agree. I agree. And I agree with you, Jessica. Tasha does switch back and forth too much for me. Yeah, I think that if Jay was going to choose Tasha as the person that he wanted to pursue, I think that she would have switched off and got like dumped, let Andrew go. But
Right.
when it seems as though he had eyes for somebody else, she was all of a sudden all in on Andrew again. So
Right.
I mean, she's playing the game, she's on the show, like she can do whatever she wants, but I'm gonna judge you for it a little bit
Yeah.
because she's judging her actions anyways. Tasha does not like Andrew. Agreed, Danita. Agreed. Does not like Andrew at all, and does not see anything happening in the outside world. Like, no, no way. So we see Ekin-su and Jay, and she's like, "Whoa, I saw you like looking at me. Is that true? Like, were you looking at me?" And I like how forward she is. I think that she's actually like the way that she's manipulating the storyline. Some people may find annoying, but I prefer her doing this than Gemma doing her antics.
Yeah.
It's
It's
fine.
watchable. I was thoroughly entertained by her bullshit today.
Me too. I was very entertained.
Yeah.
We'll get to the point where I was entertained the most. Okay, so she does say to Jay though that she feels this excitement, and she feels like she fancies him, and she's like just excited whenever he's around, and he does say like if you weren't in a couple, I would be pursuing you. I would try and kiss you. And I was like, "Ooh, like that's definitely something that you say if you want somebody to like cheat, like you get come kiss you." So Ikinsu whispers in Jay's ear that she wants him to meet her in the terrace. And I call it terrace, on the terrace. And so she goes upstairs and she's like, "Meet me in 30 seconds or whatever. 3 to 4 minutes." And she goes upstairs and she's like crawling so nobody could see that she's up on the terrace. And then he comes up and meets her and he crawls to like meet her on the terrace. And like they kissed. And like I thought that was very fun.
It was it was hilarious. It
I
was
was
funny.
laughing, I was smiling. Like I thought it was fun.
They don't not have chemistry, so it's not like it feels forced. It feels like something could blossom.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like what happened the next day in the aftermath. That's my probably my biggest problem with the situation.
Hmm.
Just her waking up and acting like she's still into Davide, and then going to kiss him again and in the cover of darkness. And like my whole thing is be straight with Davide. Tell him like, listen, I'm entertaining this guy. Like I don't know if I'm gonna choose him. Like be upfront. My whole thing is
Well,
always be upfront.
I agree with being upfront, but I think also she's wanting to see something from him, and like maybe she is more interested in Davide, but this guy is giving her attention, and she just wants Davide to maybe just be like, "Hey, like I'm interested in you. Are you interested in me?"
Mm-hmm.
Like just I think that's all she wants him to say is like, "I am interested in you." That's it.
Do you think if Davide went full force, she would stay with him?
Not that she would stay with him, but I think that that's all she's wanting for to be able to
Mm-hmm.
be open and honest with him.
Okay.
Like I think that he hasn't been honest with her, so it's kind of like, why is she going to be like, "Oh, well, I'm seeing somebody else," when she's like, he doesn't even care.
This is true. I
Like I
get
don't
you.
think that she thinks that he cares about what she does, and like
Okay.
she's trying to see. But
Right.
I see where you're coming from as well, like
Yeah,
with the honesty
I can
portion.
see that because it did like even what he did with the breakfast. It does just kind of feel like he's trying to stay on the show. I mean, it doesn't not feel like that.
Hmm. So before everybody goes to bed, we see Jay telling Remy that they about the kiss. Well, that's one thing I really love about like any of these shows is like when the bombshells come in together, like they have to sleep in the same bed, and I think it's really cute that they have their own little journey that's very similar. So I like Jay and Remy, their
Hmm.
little story. Um, so Luca's telling before they go to sleep, Gemma, like, I want to try this on the outside. He's being a little bit too much of a sap for me too. Like, where did funny Luca go?
He had. I mean, I think he. Who is it? Ekin-su or Paige? One of them said, "What happened to the guy that walked into the villa? Like, where is that energy? Who?
No
Where's that
energy.
person? You need to find that person again."
That person's gone. I don't know where he is. Jess says the guys had power and were safe last week, so they got too comfortable, and now it's the other way around. They're scrambling. Absolutely, but like Davide is not even scrambling. Like he's, I don't know, he's in his head. He's not telling her what's going on. Uh, all of it's very irritating. So in the morning, we see like the women are at the terrace, and Tasha's really happy, so happy with Andrew. I'm like, lies. And the guys are on the daybed, and this is when Jay says that he thinks that Andrew is more invested in than Tasha is. And I was like, like I agree. Well, I don't actually necessarily think that Andrew cares at all, but like definitely more invested than the not at all that Tasha is invested. And Gemma says that Luca needs to chill. And I agree. Like, what happened to him? Where did he go?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like these who Jock walked in and killed his personality. I don't know how's that possible.
So we see Dammy making avocado toast for Amber, and he apologizes for the previous day's conversation, and she thanks him for apologizing. And I'm like, that's very mature as well. Being like, I don't think he really did anything that needed to be apologized for, but like the fact that he didn't like the energy or like what happened, or whatever that conversation stirred up, I thought that was pretty mature for him to go and apologize. But it
Mhm.
seems like she was waiting for an apology, and I was like, you were waiting for an apology? He didn't owe you one, really, but I thought he was going out of his way to be nice here. I don't know.
Eh,
Amber is I don't know. I'm kind of off the Amber train. I'm not
yeah,
really into her at all right now.
yeah. I was not happy with her this entire episode. She just, I didn't care for it. Was she the one that said No, no, no. Tasha was the one that said she was going to tell Jay she's not into it. I can't see what Amber wants right now, and I feel like if she was a little more clearer, I could be like, okay, she
At
was
least
it.
this, yeah, she's doing something in alignment with what she wants. Yeah.
Right, right.
So like, and he's making her something nice, and she doesn't even seem to like care. Like, I don't know. And she's bugging me. So we see Jay and Ekin-su again chatting, and she talks about how she feels something for Jay. Um, but Jay is like, I have to respect the process. I don't want to really overstep on Davide's toes. And so maybe he needs to do something as well and be like, go over and talk to Davide. And maybe he can get what's going on out and just be like, hey, Davide, like, I don't want to disrespect you. Like, I know that you're in a couple with the Kinsey right now, but I'm interested in her. So, like, is that something that I'm willing that you're okay with me pursuing, or what? Something like
Right,
that.
right.
So
And
maybe he needs to do that.
yeah, I agree. I think he just hadn't done it because he still was entertaining other girls, but then Tasha, kind of dumped him. But I think I can absolutely see Jay in the next episode doing that.
Is that probably why this fight's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I didn't write anything about it, but I said Andrew and Tasha chat. I don't know what they chatted about. If do you
They
remember?
they literally was going around in circles because Jay apparently told him that he's more into uh
Tasha than he
Tasha
is.
than Tasha is to her, and
Hmm.
he felt hurt, and I'm like, blah blah blah. Y'all couple ship sucks.
Dan, oh my God, we wish we could manifest this. I would rather see Afia and Dami together than Amber and Dami. Absolutely. Because even if Afia and Dami weren't a match, she
Mhm,
has a bubbly personality. She likes
mhm.
having conversation. She seems to be a little bit more fun and like willing to be silly and engage. And she's just more personality, more
Yeah,
pizzazz. And so I
but she
wish.
didn't seem to like him, so I don't
No, but
know.
she probably didn't like him because Amber and him were like the closest couple at that point.
I don't know.
I feel like she was off limits. She didn't like. I think that she went in to kind of see if Kenna was available because
Mhm,
it was a little bit of an open door comparatively. And I
mhm,
think that at that point that was like the forehead kiss day. I think, right? I think that it looked like they were on, remember, the upward trajectory to like relationshipness. And so I think that maybe she didn't want to overstep.
yeah. Everybody keeps trying to not overstep on Demi, and I think it's strategically not working out for a lot of people.
Yeah. Ugh. So Luca and Gemma have a conversation, and she says that she doesn't want to feel trapped. Like, take note of this. Like, she's working you, Luca. He does put in a little bit of a dig where he's like, oh, well, like the fact that, like, are you saying this now because two boys came in and neither of them were interested in you? Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head there. Absolutely.
Called that one.
But like, call that one, and I would get out of that relationship because that's not going to change at
Yeah,
all.
not at all.
Remy and India have a bit of a conversation. Is that what it was? I'm all about being affectionate. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, they seem to like have a nice conversation. I know that you're still not necessarily sold on Remy, but like,
There's no chemistry between the two.
not that there's chemistry, but at least he talks. At least, you know what I mean? Like, I think
Well,
it's good.
that's how what you got off the conversation, because I felt like she even felt, she's like, I feel like I'm not getting the energy that I'm looking for from any of the guys. Like, I think she came out of that feeling just as much like he didn't have anything for her.
Interesting. No, I didn't think so. Cause like, they talk about the eye contact, and like, he's talking about how she likes that she
Hmm.
gets fixated and she engages in eye contact. Cause a lot of people look away or like stare. Like, Gemma never makes eye contact. She's always looking off into the distance whenever she's having conversations with Luca. So I like that Remy is at least making an effort. It seems. I don't know if he's making any headways more than, we'll say, Ikenna, but I do like that he's putting in some effort, and I feel like he is interested in India, and I like that she's getting some attention.
Yeah, I mean, attention is good. I don't see any chemistry between the two of them.
Well,
And
he kind of cuts in. Is there more connection between them?
the conversation that they had was cute, yes, because he was like, when he called her Lang, she's like, I know this. And
Called her what? I don't remember.
he called her Lang, like, I think it's like a African word for like hot or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. And she was just like, she's like, I know this. I'm
Cute.
telling you. But I do feel like in Ikenna's thought process is that he thought he had to show her, and then he was like to her, he's like, "You need me to say it more," and she's like, "Yes," and so that's what his response was. So I thought that was cute. Um, I personally do feel like they have more chemistry, but it just could just be more comfortability. I feel like her and Remy are just awkward. Like I felt like their conversation was stilted, and then when she said that, like, I'm not getting the energy that I want from the guys in here. I was like, okay, so maybe she feels it too, because I don't
I'm
think
thinking
she
the
was.
energy is, though, like the vibe of like how she's used to being
Mhm,
approached. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like the cocky guys that like will be a little bit more relentless and like
mhm,
really actively pursue. That's kind of what
right,
I was taking from when she's saying like the guys are not giving that energy. Like, they're being kind, they're being respectful, but I think she wants a little bit more of a badass. Like, I want someone
right.
that's a little bit more like, that has the chat, that has like, I don't know. Like, I understand. Like, I don't necessarily want someone super soft. Like, I want someone that's like has a little bit of an edge, and I think that that's what she's finding with the guys in the villa, and
Yeah,
it could include him
yeah,
for
and
sure.
somebody on Twitch, when I was reading the comments, like, they're like, it's because uh India isn't grafting, and I'm like, yeah, but then it's kind of like she's right. Like, if the point is that she has to graft in order to get the energy, then
That's
these
not the
guys are
vibe.
not. Yeah, guys are not the vibe for her.
Yeah.
But it could be that is because she is used to other guys just.
Like, it's like they don't seem it could be because they're not in their regular clothes, they're wearing in like swim trunks and flip-flops, that like they don't have some swagger. I think that she's looking for some swag. That's, I think, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem in real life they could have this kind of swagger, like going up into a club or a restaurant or whatnot, and like have this like a vibe. But like, I
Mhm.
think taking them out of like their kind of comfort zone, maybe she's not able to connect with them in the same way that she would in the outside world.
Yeah,
I, yeah,
I can
anyways,
see
I'm not
that.
sure, but I'm happy that she's at least having some conversations, and that it looks like she has people that are interested in her. So I'm
She's
happy.
definitely a bit of a main character currently, so I can't argue with that or upset or apologize. I don't I it's unfortunate because I'm just like I'm not seeing anything between her and Remy. And like,
I don't think Remy's or she's gonna choose Remy though over Ikenna right at this point. No, I don't
yeah,
think so.
I just I feel like it's fruitless, and then I worry if she did choose him, is he going to stay with her long term? Which I'm just
He's kind of young to make those.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think the age thing with her too is a big deal. Like, I don't think she wants to be with somebody at that's that age.
Hmm.
So Remy goes over to join Andrew and Amber, and then Andrew leaves, and Amber and Remy are kind of talking, and she
Hmm.
seems to like the fact that he's coming over there to talk to her. And then
Hmm.
Dammy kind of comes over, and I was like, "Ooh, this is a little bit awkward." And then Dammy says to Remy, like, "Do you mind leaving? I want to talk to Amber for a bit." And Amber's face was, I think she was annoyed. She looked vexed.
She was absolutely annoyed, but again, if he had sat there and ignored her, like what he said after asking Remy to leave wasn't not necessary. He wanted to make sure that they were on the same page because they didn't get to talk after he had made her breakfast and tried to make up for what he felt like was a misunderstanding, and he was taking the blame on a misunderstanding when in my opinion he was not fully to blame
I
for that
agree.
misunderstanding. So then what he tried to do is to come back around and just check in with her that they were cool, because I don't think he got that verbal confirmation after doing that. And so I'm not mad at him, but it just goes back to the point that just say that you're not into him, because you wouldn't mind him coming back around to just check in on you,
Hmm. Yeah.
especially for that you're talking to somebody that you said that you're not interested in because he's too young for you.
Well, she's, doesn't want to be clear, so they have a little bit of an awkward conversation. Next is the conversation with Ikenna in India. Um, and who said this? You're borderline pushing me away.
Oh, so Ikenna
And then he said, I
admitted.
like you.
Who was it? Dammy or Ikenna said that?
It was Ikenna. I definitely,
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I kind of said, I realized that I might be like just no, but Dammy said something similar too. I'm
well, I
confused
wrote
now.
down Ikenna in India, you're borderline pushing him away, and then I like you. Um, I I feel like that was maybe Dammy said that to Paige,
Yeah.
like, or to Amber, but I don't know why I would take the time to write both of their names
Mm-hmm.
when it wasn't
Okay.
in the section where I was talking about Remy.
Yeah. I might be confusing the two conversations because
Okay,
I think
so Jess says, I think India said you're pushing me away. Okay.
yeah,
Dammy said, I like you, and that's the first time I said that.
yeah.
To who?
So it's like that's why I'm saying the two conversations were very similar. That's why I'm confused.
Correct. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was India. Yeah, no, it was India that said you're borderline pushing me away. I do think that also Ikenna says I like you, and I think that Dammy also says I like you. I don't think I've told you that before.
Right.
I think they both
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm saying the conversations were so similar. I got so confused. Um, but
That's why
yeah,
I was also confused though, too, being like, wait, who said that? Because I was also remembering. Didn't Dammy also say that? But
yeah,
yes, I think they
yeah,
both said something
yeah,
similar.
yeah, yeah,
Wait, what? What? No. I
yeah.
think you're
They need
borderline
to
pushing me
put
away.
the next time they need to like space out if the conversation is going to be this similar. They need to space somebody in there so that we don't get this confused. Because I'm so confused.
I literally want to go on Twitch right now and
I was
find
just
like
about to do it. I'm like, I'm so confused.
I need to know what happened.
I'm so
um
confused.
so no matter what, they both had conversations with their partners, and hopefully they're getting to the next level. Okay, it was confusing because they edited both both playing at the same time. Oh, so maybe I was bouncing back and forth with what I was writing down, and I didn't write it in the right spot.
That's
That
why I
could
was
be it.
saying that I was confused because I was like, no, wait, but I swore such and such said that or
Okay,
something similar. Yeah.
let's just find it.
Let me find it.
I'm gonna get it in 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
How far into that episode do you think it was?
Yeah,
Halfway?
I think I'm right here already.
Okay, play it. Oh, I got it too.
Uh,
Hold on, maybe I can actually find it.
okay.
I think.
I think. Oh wait, you know what? I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Sorry, I ran into
That's
the house.
okay.
I'm like, why is
After
it taking me?
breakfast, so it's later than breakfast.
Mhm.
When my fingers glide straight through, it's the over at the other side of the room.
We're finding this out.
Yeah.
him.
Okay, we're gonna just watch this for a second.
Okay.
Did you find it too?
Yeah, I found it. Okay.
Wait, if you found it, let's play it. Yeah.
No, it's a new batch.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This is
What, so you're shining
Yep.
on the inside and
Oh,
all, yeah?
Yeah, you've got to keep it up.
you can't see my screen.
How are you getting on?
No.
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
More about me. What do you want to know?
Wanna know
Oh wait, I'm at
what
the
kind of
Remy
person you're
conversation.
Definitely. I feel like I'm not easy to fold.
India,
Here it comes
India.
in.
Let me chat to you really quickly.
Yeah.
Nice chat, yeah. See ya.
I'll speak to you in a sec.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Some next.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No.
Up to there.
Ikenna steals her from Remy.
I'll come try and use it.
Yeah, mate.
You look nice today. It's got you're wearing pink as well.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I wanted to speak to you actually.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to give me time, yeah?
Yeah, is that fine?
Yeah, cool.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
What are you saying?
I thought I'd grab you quickly.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Remy?
He's a nice guy. I'm getting to know him.
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy. He's flirty. He's funny. But I don't know why. I feel like everything in here with everyone I meet is such a slow burner, and I don't really know why.
You turn into me now. Any secrets to tell?
No secrets, and if there's secrets, I won't be telling them.
Fair enough. How's it going with you and him though?
Well, I thought it was going good, and then I feel like I don't know if it's because of you guys have come in or just genuinely we've got to this little hurdle. He's obviously asked about you guys.
I'm not here for bad vibes, I just want positive vibes only. That's the thing with you girls, man. Like, why are you making moves? Girls should be making moves too, you know?
No, I
like,
do get that.
It's like we get the impression that you're shy.
Shy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's interesting. I wrote that down too. I was like, why did I write that? But I don't remember.
Shy before.
Oh, so
Who have you spoke to so far?
Spoke to everyone.
Yeah.
It's just friendly, innit? Friendly vibes and that.
Mm.
I feel like Tasha semi-fancies me or something, I don't know.
Do you think?
Yeah, every now and again, she's throws in a compliment, innit? Oh,
What type of compliment?
I can't really remember, but yeah.
Do you think? Or
But,
maybe after.
Yeah, sorry to do this here. Can I chat to Amber?
Yeah.
It's so awkward.
Are you happy with how things are going?
Yeah, 100%. Do you feel like I don't say that enough?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I feel like you do say it enough now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I'm a reassurance person.
Yeah, you like to be reassured
Yeah.
about how you feel. But you should know your lingo.
I know that. You
I
gotta
know
tell
that.
me twice.
I'll tell you straight, like, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm very real. So yeah, what are you saying?
I do feel like you're borderline pushing me away. It's a lot. I feel like obviously then it was nice gesture this morning, the breakfast, but I was just hoping that it wasn't another thing of just sweeping it under the carpet. I just feel like, I felt like, because I felt like in that conversation, I thought it was almost like a reassuring conversation to you. I just thought like it's made me think like, are we maybe just not compatible? I don't know.
I did write down compatible, or maybe we're not
I hear what you're
compatible.
saying about pushing you away. I probably have been, but not like, but probably subconsciously. Like I feel like I'm in my head. I think I'm opening up, but I probably aren't. I'm not. I don't know. I feel like obviously because I'm not used to this. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I already kind of have like a defense thing. Like I like you, and I haven't said that to you before, and I feel like I don't know why it was hard for me to say that to you. That's my thing. That's probably caused some of the friction between us, and I'm sorry for that.
Tasha wants a private word with Jay, and he might not be crawling.
So that's what I was saying. He's doing a lot of the apologizing. He's doing a lot of the, trying to rectify. But he's obviously putting up a wall. But I agree with him putting up a wall because
Yeah, she's not really opening that door.
She's not giving him anything for him to say, you know what, I can go full force in this. And in fact, when he pushes her, she's like, oh, you're pushing me away. Him pushing you to give more into the relationship is him pushing you away.
Well, I mean, it's because she's not into him, right? Like, if a guy that I was into sat me down and is like, I don't know if I've told you this enough, but like, I like you. Like, I do like you. And I might have had my walls up, blah, blah, blah. Like, the girls would be like, oh my God, I love it. Like, they'd be so into it. And so, like, telling their friends about, like, the fact that, like, oh my God, he was, like, opened up and he was vulnerable and he told me exactly how he felt about me. They'd be so excited. She's like, oh, really? Like, she doesn't care. She's not into him. At all.
Yeah, like even with India, like when he said that, she's hot, she lit up. Like she could be like, oh, he's just blowing smoke out of my ass, I don't care. But she lit up because she wants to hear it from him.
Yeah. I think she's trying to be a little bit standoffish because she doesn't want to continue to lead Demi on. But all she just needs to do is say like, hey, can we just be in a friendship couple? Because I don't think that we're compatible if in a relationship sense. And I don't think that we could work outside of here, but I don't want to take away your opportunity. So let's stay together until hopefully we both find someone that we're more compatible with.
Right. She's like, oh, I just don't think we're compatible. Based on what? Like she's
not feeling it though.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like instead of saying, you know what, I want this, and I don't think that's where you would want to go with this, so we're not compatible. She's like, oh, I just think we're not compatible, but making it seem like he's the problem.
Yeah. That's definitely a version of gaslighting, I guess we could say. Making him feel crazy about what he's doing. Right. And she's not doing it maliciously, so it's not really. But
right, that's why I didn't want to use it, because I just don't think that she knows how to read what she's doing, because she's giving him nothing.
Yeah, at all. She's like being the worst. But like maybe this works for her in the real world, but it doesn't work with her on this show.
Right.
Like she seems, from how she's acting, she seems now, and there's no problem with it, but it seems like the type of girl that would just be waiting for like a rich older guy to like sweep her up off her feet and take her out and like really take care of her and wine her and dine her and all that stuff. Like it just feels like the way that she's acting and not really appreciating all these small gestures, that it doesn't seem as though she's had a real relationship where it was kind of connected in that way. I could be completely off base and completely wrong, but that's just the dynamic that it seems that she's not used to this kind of way that a relationship starts. Seems weird.
I can figure out.
So Jay wants to have a talk with Tasha, and like Tasha's like trying to get to the bottom. But like, oh, so did you say to Andrew that like he's into me more than I'm into him? And I was just like, Tasha, don't be trying to like I don't know. I rolled my eyes when she was trying to like defend how much she likes Andrew, because I'm like, we all know you don't like Andrew. Don't try to gaslight the audience here. Like we know you don't like him.
I'm so off Tasha right now. I'm like, dude, like that was so unnecessary. Just tell Jay that you're not going to continue speaking. Don't sit there and act like you were interested in him. And then it's so funny. Like Remy saying that Tasha was giving him the eyes was killing me. Because I'm like, you know, I'm kind of I'm kind of inclined to believe him.
Yeah, she probably was. I mean, it seems like she and Gemma both like having all the attention and people like interested in him and pursuing them. So definitely I could see her giving the eyes and then be like, I'm not interested in you. Like, why are you thinking like just me like being nice and smiling is me doing more than that? Like, yeah, she could be a dangerous one. So Davide is really annoyed with Ekin-su for the fact that it's like, oh, she changed her mind in 24 hours. Like, what is she, 28 or 21? And I was so furious by him making these comments because she has been waiting around for him to reciprocate the energy that she was giving him. You know, like as I said with Amber, like Dami is putting in some effort trying to like make her know that she likes him. Davide hasn't been doing that at all with Ekin-su. So yeah, why wouldn't she go and try to have a connection with somebody else? Like this whole 24-hour thing, I was just like, shut up, Davide.
I could understand if you were like being the end all be all, doing this, doing that, but you were not even doing. You weren't even doing
Nothing.
the bare minimum in that 24 hours.
Nothing at all. Davide and Jay do have a chat, and Davide is saying that like he doesn't think the interest was real. No, she didn't get turned on by chasing you. I don't remember that, but no matter what, like Davide, I think only really has his muscles. Like he doesn't really have a personality. He's probably used to getting girls because like he's aesthetically good looking. And this like Ekin-su is gorgeous, but she wants somebody she wants to create a relationship with someone. And what Davide was doing was not creating a relationship.
No.
And that's just that. That's it. Like this 24-hour thing you switched off. Like she was been switching off for the last few days. She switched off that day that you didn't bring her a coffee and she cried in her confessional. Like that's when she switched off.
It wasn't even showing her interest. Like I could understand if he was like showing her little bits of. He wasn't doing nothing for her.
Like if they got a date, would he be excited about it? No, you'd be like, oh God, I have to go on a date with her now.
I mean, he already had a date with Gemma, so probably not.
But you know what I mean, though. He wouldn't be excited to go on a date with her. So why does she need to not be pursuing this new guy who would be excited to go on a date with her?
I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to go. Yeah. And Ekin-su and Jay are going out to the terrace to do their second little clandestine smooch. I definitely thought that was cute as well. Even Davide being super angry and opens up the fridge and you're like, where's Ekin-su? Like, she's not in the fridge.
To be honest, it's so funny that her being like this has brought out way more personality in that man than anything that they've been doing actually in their couple. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible, but I'm here for the antics because, like, right now, this is the show.
It is the show. I was laughing so hard for this moment. I was smiling. The fact that like they're just crawling to like, well, you don't need to do that, but like, thank you for doing it.
They
like,
must have built that terrace ledge so short because they were insisting on crawling around that damn terrace.
So I thoroughly enjoyed that. I like that little sneaking moment. I remember like there's this one guy that like I used to love so much. His name was Adil, and he was actually half British, half Indian. And he was just like he was my bouncer at like the bar that I worked at. Like so, like I had my own little bar, and he would stand beside me. So we hung out like all the time. And there was a staff party that we went to, and like on Mondays we usually go to this particular bar, House. And so I remember like we were like on the dance floor or something, then he like grabs my hand and he pulls me outside and we're like we make out underneath the fire escape and I was like, oh my God, I love him. Like so like these sneaky little clandestine moments are really good. Like that it's very cute. I feel like it allows people to really start liking each other. It shows that there's interest enough to want to like sneak away and do something silly or whatever. I like the moment a lot. And I agree, Danita. Ekin-su needs to teach a masterclass on how to eye someone. Jay got up with the quickness when she did it too.
Whoa, baby, man, I tell you.
Yeah, so I really like that moment. But you said after the second moment you didn't like something. So what was that? Was that when she talked to Davide after?
Yeah, I didn't like that conversation because I think she kind of gaslit him a little bit.
Well, yeah, and we talked about it a little bit. But so Davide obviously is pissed off. He's pissed off, though, for different reasons. And
Right.
I think that that's why she didn't feel comfortable with talking about the relationship, because he's pissed off for the fact that she's not that into him and like his muscles isn't enough. And so that's what he's pissed off about.
Right.
And she still wants him to show like, well, are you pissed off because you like me? And he won't even say that. And so I think that it wasn't really the right time for her to be like, yeah, I want to go and start something with Jay.
Yeah.
It was just a weird moment. If he was upset because he really liked her, then I could see like if she didn't say how she was fully feeling, like that could be a problem. But they're not at that level.
I mean, I do agree. I feel like he just wants to stay on the show personally. Yeah. I that's all I feel. But I just felt like walk away and don't argue with him and his bullshit, because like you're kind of making yourself look bad because you're like kind of it's like she was feigning ignorance of what he was saying was actually happening when it was kind of happening.
Yes, definitely, like, because she was like, well, where were you? She's like, I was at the front door.
Yeah.
She could have been like, sorry, I went and I kissed Jay on the terrace.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to come out, though. Well,
Yeah,
I think that they're saving it for next episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
So maybe then she's going to be more honest. So Ekin-su does pull over Gemma and Paige. I think this was before the fight with Davide, or actually I'm not sure.
It was before the fight.
And so she tells both of them like what happened with Jay on the terrace, and Gemma does. I thought that Gemma gave pretty good advice, being like, hey, like I think that he's going to be really upset. Like the guys are going to be kind of upset together, and like I thought she was like pretty mature with the advice that she was giving to Ekin-su about how to manage Davide.
Yeah, I was a bit like, why are you saying this though?
So Davide though is pissed when he's talking to Ekin-su, and he's just like, oh, this is just fake love. You are fake love. It's all about you. You are fake. Oh, so fake. And I'm just like, I remember when you're pointing fingers at someone, you got 3 fingers pointing it back at you. I think it's because you were fake, and she didn't catch on to your bullshit.
Right.
And she's like, I'm not going to be in this fake relationship. You're not interested in with me. So I'm going to go find someone that's more interested in me. Sorry, buddy. Your lack of actually wanting to be in a relationship with me is not going to fool me here. Your muscles aren't going to fool me. Your accent's not going to fool me. I'm moving on. And I think that that's why he's pissed. That is why she's pissed. But she walks away, and then she's like, oh, why you're walking away? You're walking away. Like, I probably would have walked away too, because it wasn't really getting anywhere.
Yeah, Davide needs to go.
Danita says, I don't like Davide at all, and he needs to go. But I do feel like Ekin-su needs to tell him that she's entertaining Jay. Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. All of that is what I feel.
And that is the episode. Was there anything else that went on that irritated you or that you want to talk about?
No, I think that was just it. I will say I was thoroughly entertained. I absolutely was. Again, a solid episode.
Very good episode.
Keep it going.
Next episode, the fight though, I wonder how I'm going to feel about that fight, because he looks like he's mad yelling.
I just like
you better not be yelling at her like that.
I thought he was. Maybe I made assumption. I thought he was yelling at like a Jay, because
he better be yelling at Jay. Like I don't want him to be
yelling at her.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because he's
So
taking it too far then.
I am interested for sure as what's going to happen. Now that I think of it, a 19-year-old giving tips to a 27-year-old. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So why are you actually giving this advice? Do you believe that, or do you find that this is your way in on somebody?
To the conversation, or wait, in on Jay?
Or Davide?
She's not interested in Davide. Davide is done. He's served his purpose. He's done.
Somebody. I did think it was funny that Tasha or Paige was like, when he first said, "Oh, he's off kissing her," so where she's like, "No, Ekin wouldn't do that."
It's Paige.
That's like, poor Paige don't know what's going on.
No. That was when he was looking for her in the fridge, I think.
No, she wouldn't do that. Ekin wouldn't do that.
She's like crawling.
I'm telling you, great episode. It
was great. It was really good. I look forward to tomorrow. Well, thank you, Tamika, for joining me on this little chat today. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being here to discuss and getting to the bottom of me taking poor notes today. So thank you for bearing with us as we got to the bottom of who said what. What did Amber say in this conversation is kind of the game that we played there. So thanks, Tamika, for pulling that up so we can get to the bottom of that, so we don't misrepresent what happened in the show. So what do you have going on that you want to share with the people?
As always, follow me on Entertainment in Color. Nothing right now. I did find something today when I was looking through the entertainment news, and apparently CBS is going to be doing The Real Love Boat.
Yes.
And I'm so confused.
It's a reality show. Show.
Yeah. So I thought the Challenge USA was taking over for what they did with Love Island, but it looks like that is what they're going to be doing, because it did say summer of 2022. And it's going to be on Princess Cruises, which lovely cruise, because I am a travel agent, so I can tell you those are some really nice upscale cruises. I just don't know how that's going to work, and it sounds like a COVID disaster in the making. But
I think that's what they're doing with The Bachelorette as well.
It's on a boat?
I maybe I'm making that up, but I feel like it's on a boat. I feel like they're on a boat. Maybe I dreamed this. Maybe I was workshopping this and now I'm believing it to be true. But for some reason I thought that they were going to be traveling, doing like the travel portion at least on a boat. But I don't know. Don't quote me.
Do they normally travel for Bachelor? Oh, you said Bachelorette. Bachelorette. Okay, I can maybe see that. It's not that many of them.
Yeah, like I feel like you should go to like Europe or something. Like when they do that, when they leave the States, I feel like they're going to be on a boat.
Yeah,
I could be wrong though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's the season of the boats.
Yeah. Wow, can you imagine? Oh wow.
I think it's kind of fun, to be honest. Not bad. Well, thank you for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. Should be at 6:15 Eastern unless things change. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being amazing. Dan says there will be a reality show. Yes, yes. So I'm going to try and get on this show, guys. It's Squid Games. I haven't actually watched Squid Games, and my friend was making fun of me. I'm like, we could just both go on, and she's like, have you not seen the show? I'm like, no. I'm like, let's go on. Let's win it. We'll kill it. And she's like, only one person wins. The whole purpose of it is that you kill everybody. I'm like, wait, what? So, but I would like to be a part of this inaugural new series. I don't know if it's going to be more than one, series of it, but I think it's going to be pretty epic. And I would love to be, they're looking globally. So the fact that they're looking for in the US, the UK, and global, I think that's awesome. So I want to take my shot and get on that show and see if I can win $4.6 million.
Wow.
See, right? Are you gonna audition too?
Nah.
No. I want on it.
I said I might have done the Real Love Boat because I love a cruise, but no.
I should have told you. I did see the casting for that at one point.
No.
The notification. But yeah, so Dan, I am going to try my best and get on that show. Yes, I'm gonna try. We'll see if I can do it. Well, thanks everybody again for being here. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this after, please like this video and leave a comment as to whether or not you are also going to audition for Squid Games. And are you excited about Love Island US and Ian Sterling taking over the commentator position? I do want to know that. That would be so cool. I would stand on down. I mean, one thing that would be good about it is whenever I play reality type games, I'm always like the good person and like I always do like try to be loyal and all this stuff. But this game, you had to actually be cutthroat. And so it would be very fun to be like, sorry guys, I'm trying to win here. Like you gotta go.
All paws off on it.
Right? It's just like, yeah. So leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.